Here at the U.S. Agricultural Coalition for Cuba conference, the two countries talked about business opportunities and a renewed effort to boost trade despite a setback in relations over the past 2 years.
I believe we are closer than we ever have been to restoring the relationship between the United States and Cuba with regard to our agricultural commodities.
Cuba imports as much as $2 billion annually in food products. Access to the U.S. market could reduce that. Crawford from the U.S. state of Arkansas favors expanding trade and an easing of restrictions with Cuba. He said he wants to increase sales or rise in other products.
I think there's a realization among the American people that there is a valuable trade partnership to be made here, and we just need to assess the elements that prohibit that from happening.
Cuban authorities say U.S. agricultural restrictions are not helping either country.
We must say that the current policy of the U.S. administration runs against the interest of the U.S. agriculture and food sector.
Although the Donald Trump administration has closed avenues of exchange with Cuba, the U.S. agricultural sector continues to push for the expansion of the currently limited bilateral trade. The U.S. participation at Havana's recent international trade fair reaffirmed interest by the American farming sector in the Cuban market.
We want to continue to look at how we can address barriers and challenges that are there, and we keep the markets open for our products, knowing that there are certainly some challenges in front of us.
The Agricultural Coalition, made up of more than 100 farm and industry groups, was set up after the re-establishment of diplomatic relations in 2015. Many in the U.S. agricultural sector see Cuba as an attractive market. They believe President Trump should increase cooperation.
He has a lot of support across America, and to remind him that we want to open up this market, and I believe he would want to do the same thing. So that's our message. Allow us to compete with other countries to level the playing field and enter this Cuban market.
Cuba has used cash to buy nearly $6 billion of food from the United States over the past 17 years. The islands is prohibited from making purchases on credit. Many here say opening bilateral agricultural trade would benefit both the United States farming sector and the Cuban people. Luis Chirino, CGTN, Havana.